Hey everybody, it's Mama Radha. How you guys doing? So I figured I'd just put it out there. All right, I am not one who believes in beefing, okay? It always has bothered me in the manosphere that, groups would get against different groups and they would just spend all their time fussing about, this particular person, that particular person. Now, to be fair, the men that were complaining were basically saying so and so and so and so and so and so are charging money to men when men are trying to, make ends meet, and they felt like it wasn't right how much they were charging, etc., etc. So I get it. I have some wonderful manosphere content creators that I followed for years that didn't like Mr. Samuels. But the one thing that I can say for Mr. Samuels, he did his life coach thing. That's a little different. He also had, 53 years on this earth and tons of experience in different fields and sales and marketing and image consulting and all that. So he had the age, he had the experience, and he spent hours and hours and hours for free. You could learn everything you ever needed to learn just listening to his videos that were free. So he would take call after call after call. Those were all free. So, I'm like, well, it kind of balances out if somebody wanted that individual attention, they're paying for it. Now, if it was $1,000 an hour, whew, boy, that's, ooh. But hey, whatever, that's capitalism. As far as the ladies, most ladies over the years that I've been here, this is my sixth channel because YT doesn't like me very much, whatever. I've been terminated 5 times. I'm trying to keep this channel, and I've lost so many videos. So I'm very grateful to all those who have done response videos for me. Thank you very much. And those that have tried to help me rebuild my channel again and again and again. So God bless you all. And, but there's been a few people that just I was like, wow, because I've reached out to different people to try to work with them, because we're so rare. A truly submissive woman in this world is rare, which is why I'm humbled and honored that so many of the greats have, recognized me as being a truly submissive woman. I've been here, I've put in my time, I give my support. They've seen me over the years. Again, it's been 23 years married, and I've been on this platform for quite a while, years. But again, all the work has been gone because I'm not technologically inclined and most of my videos were gone. So anyway, but the Feminine Fancy was one where I had reached out to her to work on my How to Be a Wife book, and I didn't realize she wasn't married till I checked into her and everything like that. And then she did a video about Mr. Samuels and men in the manosphere and made comments about me about, I'm glad I didn't get on that project. And, I don't, basically, it's like her whole purpose is just look pretty, wear pretty dresses, look like you're a feminine woman, but don't tell me that I need to get married. Don't tell me I need to have kids at 30 years old. So basically you're still leading women down the wrong path, and then you're going to charge them money for memberships and all this kind of stuff, whatever. Adrienne Everhart, she's actually been married for 20 plus years. I give her that much. But as far as dealing with men, it's like she's talking as if you're dealing with a simp. And I've been a member of her page on Facebook for quite a long time, years. And every now and then some posts would actually come up that I noticed, and I would say, oh, wait, why are you guys saying if he made you upset, just ghost him for 6 months? Don't contact him at all. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're going to lose that guy, because if you don't put in the effort, if you don't compete, you will be replaced. And I got kicked off the page, so whatever. So again, another one selling classes and all the stuff that she's got. And I just don't agree with her. Not all of her advice, some of it's probably good and feminine and whatever, but it's all go by how you feel and go by your feelings and what does your body tell you? And, and again, to not talk to your man for months is insane. You're going to lose him. So anyway, I couldn't get behind that. So those are 2 people in particular that I was just like, bro, and I put my little warning out hey, the thing is that before I did a video for Mr. Samuels. I have already been here. I have a good marriage. I've had a good marriage. I was struggling, and I've always struggled with all the other women that look at my husband, and the thought of like, well, what if, should I, does he need to go with my permission and, go to Colombia, go do this, go do that, whatever. Watching Mr. Samuel's videos is something that helped me to understand that aspect of marriage from a man's perspective. So in that aspect, that was something very key to me, where it saved my marriage at a point when I was about having a midlife crisis. Feeling like, hitting the wall, getting older. That was now a couple years ago. So I forget the actual time frame, but it doesn't matter. So when I did my thank you video, I got more subs and all that kind of stuff, but I already had a channel. I was already doing my thing. I didn't do it to add fame to myself. I just wanted to give him praise. We were talking on WhatsApp quite a bit, and he was encouraging me to write the book, and he wanted me to invest in some stuff that he had, but my husband was like, no, tell people to invest in our family. And I was like, oh, bless you. So and then he got assistance and stuff, and then I didn't talk to him on there anymore, which is totally fine. And he just got super busy, and that's great. It's great. That's what I wanted for him. I was so happy, so proud of him, and I'm just one of many people who he helped and everything like that. I had a lot of great videos that were just short and catchy, kind of some sex stories, but without being too bad, and just trying to show people that even after, almost 23 years of marriage, and we've been together since we're 14 years old, that you could still have passion and love and joy and enjoy each other, and just that you can have fun in a monogamous relationship, Anyway, so my whole thing, I think that some of the ladies that have come up in the manosphere, the youngins, I think they mean well, and certainly, hey, capitalism is great. I just was surprised, I didn't realize, I guess because I'm just not so great with math, I didn't really put it together that another one that Mr. Samuels helped got engaged and just got married a month ago. I thought she'd been married longer, but I knew she was newlywed, and I just didn't realize, how much she was charging an hour. I've answered emails for people for years, and even done, a couple calls. Obviously for free. I don't monetize my channels, and I'm not dissing people that do monetize their channels. It's just that in the manosphere space, if you're a woman, you're already going to be looked at with suspicious eyes. They're already looking for chameleons, because so many women come in here to this space, and because they're women and they're beautiful and whatever, they get male followers immediately. They get financial support from them, monetary. And the men that have been busting their ass and grinding as content creators, the men don't give them as much. It's like taking the funds away from the men, and it should be given to the men, because they're the ones, blood, sweat, and tears for real, that have been building this and working this and telling the harsh truth for years. Hammerhand and many others, Undead Chronic, I think his channel's up now, I think, but I think he's kind of taken a leave of absence. I mean, he's had like 17, 18 channels. Hammerhand's had, I don't even know. I lost count of how many channels he's had. So many have had to rebuild, and and because they don't have boobs, and they're not pretty, they don't get that financial support. So, plus many, the majority of women today, even in the church, think that they're traditional women, but they're actually really feminists. The propaganda has been so ingrained and brainwashed that they don't even realize they're really feminists. So, it's hard for men to believe women, to trust them. I'm grateful that I've been around long enough. I've had shots out from many of the greats. I'm so grateful for, Hammerhand, Undead Chronic, Ruby the Party Frog, even Sir Yeetus, Black Ram 313, one of the greats, Theon Lexi on the Black Light podcast. Sorry. Vibing with Ron, of course. He's got at least 8 of my videos, which I'm so grateful because so many of them got deleted. So and he does the whole video. So that's great. I really appreciate that. And so many more. There's Non-Mono Man, and others that I don't even remember the names of. But, Pastor Dal, how could I forget? He shared many of my videos and given me shots out. And, I'm just very grateful. And of course, Mr. Samuels, put my video up there on the broadcast, had it on the community page until YT deleted that page, my channel, and then that video was gone. So I've got the majority of it from a reaction video. Red Beezy Reacts, there's another one. He did a couple of my videos. So, and it's just, you have to earn it. You have to earn it. You have to be humble. You have to keep your tone in a submissive way. It's just if you're coming across as a traditional woman, then the aggressiveness has to come down. Like, you just have to calm down. And, just the tone and the assertiveness is not very submissive. That's all. I have put comments from congratulations, 6 months ago to, some little tips here and there. And today's the first day I ever heard anything back, which is fine. I'm just a little suspect of what do you want to talk to me for? But, whatever. Just pearly things I had reached out to from a fan of both of ours, and he wanted us to do an interview, and she never even responded to me. She connected me, I suppose, with The Real Feminine Truth. Props to her. She did do an interview with me all the way from London, bless her heart. And it was great. We had a great time, and I have the first part of that interview on my channel. It's like domestic discipline, and that's what she wanted to start with. And then we go into all the other things of being a submissive wife. And so she was one out of all the women that I've ever reached out to that was like, yeah, let's do this, and I still hear from her now and then. God bless. So, I've reached out to the Lapeef channel, of whatever, forum, panel, whatever. I've had a couple nice comments back and forth with Courtney Michelle, but we never collaborated. Let's see, at Dee Dee, she's got a great channel. She was also one of Mr. Samuel's favorites. She's very expressive and beautiful. But, just like, who knows? I don't know. Women are weird. I don't know. I've never had very many female friends. It is what it is. Women are weird. What can I say? You guys know the story about my friend, lifelong friend, 25 years, getting on me about not living my life the way she thought I should after raising 4 kids successfully, and she has none. And it's just a whole thing. And it's just like, why? I mean, I guess that's why I just stick with my house. I stick with my husband. And live my life, but, I don't know. It's just being at the age I am, 3 years from 50, 47 years old. As a young woman, like I told my younger sister, you should be having some babies. Have babies, raise a family. That's your priority. Money, business, that will come, it comes. And usually if you take off fast, it doesn't last. I'm just saying, it's one of those things. Maybe it will, who knows? But, it's just that time is so precious. And maybe you're working on a family. What do I know? But, I don't know. So, but babies come first. What do I know? So that's all I guess I have to say today. I'm not a beefer, but boy, I will share the truth. It is what it is. And I've got years and years and years of doing this. And, I've got the few faithful following who keep finding my channel after it's been terminated so many times. And I'm very grateful for that. And that they know that I'm real. I am who I say I am. I've been living this life for a long, long time. And that's all I know. So I wish everybody the best of luck. And I would just, try to get a little bit of humility. Chill out with the tone a little bit. Calm down a little bit. And really focus on building a family. That's the most important thing, because at that, my sister was 28, and I said, this is the time, because she put off having a baby all the previous years. And she's like, no, before I get pregnant, I'm going to go get my MBA. She already graduated with her whatever for engineering. Anyway, and I was like, ugh, really? Do you have to do that now? And she's like, oh, it'd be easier to do it now than later. Well, that put her clock even further. So then she was 30, still not ready, 31, 32, she stopped taking birth control. And then it took to the point 33, 34, and they were seeing doctors, and they were about to start IVF, and somewhere around 34, she finally got pregnant. I think the Monday before coming up, she had an appointment with the IVF, and it was not fun for her. She was very stressed out. It was a very emotional experience. And then now that you're finally pregnant, you gotta hope and pray you don't lose your baby, So thank God she was successful. She was 35, and now she can't have any more kids. No, you think she's going to after the trouble it took to get pregnant the first time? And because she's older, 35 years old, she's tired. She can't take all the sleepless nights and everything like that, which is why you're supposed to have babies in your early 20s when you have the energy. Not drinking at bars all night or whatever women do today. They're partying all night, go to work the next day or whatever. That was meant for your babies to be able to have sleepless nights, be able to get up the next day and take care of your family anyway. So that's all. It's just time goes by so quickly. And I know women that were 28 years old that had problems with their fertility, had problems getting pregnant, had to do IVF. I mean, it's just, we think we have forever, and you really don't. You need to get cracking, have some babies. I've got numerous cousins, well, the cousins' children at this point, good God, 30 years old, beautiful, wonderful, amazing, fun. They still think they're teenagers. And I keep saying, when you getting married, when you getting pregnant, and they're like, ha, 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 not yet, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And the amount of church going girls that I know that are like, get married. Who said my purpose is a man? Who said my purpose is marriage and raising children? I'm like, God did, so it's just like, we're all messed up out here. And that's why it's very important to be very clear about, if you're going to be talking to women, what message you're giving them, and whatever. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. It is a free country. YT is a free platform to do whatever you want to do, and people have to make their own choices. But I'm just saying, I actually, want to see you succeed, and just think, it is important that the manosphere supports you. We're not supposed to be teaching men, but, and certainly not debating with men. That's no. If you want to learn from men, that's wise. But just chill. Chill a little bit. And I wish you the best of luck, darling. Okay? Ciao.